The School and Child Care Roster Lookup, or SCRL tool, lets schools quickly see whether students meet immunization requirements based on the records that are in the California Immunization Registry, or CARE. In this video, we'll be showing how it works to build or upload a roster, then manage that roster. Schools can submit rosters of up to 4,000 students at a time. The report that you will get back from the SCRL tool will tell you whether the student is complete and ready to enter school, a conditional entrant, meaning they can enter but will need follow-up, or overdue, meaning they do not meet the requirements and should not be allowed to enter school. Let's explore roster uploading. First, log on to the Care Hub website. There are lots of guides posted to help direct you on how to do that if it's your first time, or you can call the help desk for assistance. Once you're logged in, click on Start Lookup, and the dashboard menu will appear. From the dashboard, you'll choose Roster Management. At the next screen, you have three options: uploading a roster, building a roster, or single student lookup. In this training video, we'll start with building a roster, then move to uploading a roster, then discuss managing returned reports. Building a roster is a manual way to create a list of students to check their immunization readiness status for school. This part is pretty self-explanatory. First, type in what you want your roster file name to be. Then, you'll type in as much as is known about each student, which helps to match the data in CARE. Type in, at a minimum, the required fields of the student's last name, first name, the student's date of birth, their current grade, and any other information you have. Then click Add to Roster. Add more students by inputting their information and click Add to Roster each time. Repeat until you've added all the students you want on your roster. Then click Submit. When you press Submit, the roster you created will communicate with CARE. You'll see a bar showing the progress of your report being generated, and you'll also receive an email when the report is complete. Larger reports may take some time to generate. Now, let's talk about uploading a roster. Uploading a roster is a tool for seeing the immunization status of lots of students at a time. For example, this can be used for checking all 6th graders and whether they need a TDAP to enter 7th grade. For the Upload a Roster option, you would create a CSV file from your school's student information system, and you can find out how to do this from the Learn More button right here. Here, there are instructions about how to create a CSV file from my own student information system. You can create a file of students in the same grade span or a single class. The instructions also state what information is required to be filled out and which is optional. For the purpose of this demo, I have a CSV file already saved that I will upload for an incoming kindergarten class. Click Upload a Roster File. A pop-up will appear where you'll choose your CSV file in your files and click Open. When you press Open, the roster you created will communicate with CARE. You'll see a bar showing the progress of your report being generated. The file will keep processing even if you log off, and you'll get an email notification when the file is fully processed. Now, let's get into more details about roster management. When clicking on the return file, you'll see all of the students and their statuses. There is a summary toward the top that says how many students are in each status and how many matched CARE. The report defaults to the TK K-6 tracking schedule, but can be changed to pre-K or 7th to 12th, depending on the grade span you need. For this demonstration, I want to see the readiness for kindergarten entry, so I'll keep it on the TK K-6 tracking schedule. In this view, there's a display of the status of requirements for each student. Red X's on the left mean that the student was not found in CARE. A yellow exclamation point means that there are multiple matches in care, and you'll have to pick which is your actual student. A red lock means that the record is locked in care and not available to you. You'll have to ask the family to bring in an immunization record or print out a digital vaccine record from myvaccinerecord.cdph.ca.gov. You can click on any of these carets on the far right for each student to see more about their vaccine history. You can also click on vaccine history to see all administered doses for any student. You also have several options for filtering the list of students. You have advanced filters that allow you to filter the report by vaccine type and by multiple matches, locked record, or not found. This could be helpful, for example, if you have a roster of 6th graders and want to see which students need Tdap. Or you could filter by students not found or with locked records, so you can ask their families to submit records. You also have the ability to filter by overall status of requirements. This could be helpful, for example, if you want to only see your students that are conditional or overdue and need follow-up. To print students' blue cards, or to delete students from your roster, first, click on the box to the left of their name. Then, either click on the Delete button at the bottom of the page, or click on Display Blue Card for checked students. You can see their blue cards and can choose to print or save them all. You can also choose to download the whole report by removing any filters or download a subset of it by using the filter features. Keep in mind, if you filter the report, the downloaded file will include only that filter data. When you click on this download button, it creates an Excel file that you can save. You may also be able to upload the file to your own student information system. This is what the Excel file looks like. Columns A through I show each student's identifying information. Columns J through L show the student's overall status of complete, conditional, or overdue. And columns M through R show the status of each vaccine. Note that column N combines DTaP and Tdap into one column. For the K through 6 tracking schedule, any students younger than 7 years old who are conditional or overdue in this column will need DTaP. And for the 7th through 12th tracking schedule, the students who are conditional or overdue in this column will need Tdap. The comments in column S show the eligibility and overdue dates of conditional vaccines. Students with information in columns K or L will typically need follow-up actions, including tracking vaccine due dates for conditional entrants and sending notice of immunizations needed letters for students who are overdue for vaccines. As a reminder, the Notice of Immunizations Needed letter template is located in the Help section of SCRL. The comments in column S give more details about the earliest a conditional student may receive the next dose and when they are due for the dose. If you need a refresher course about how to follow up with conditional entrants, please see Training Module 6 on the shotsforschool.org website. You can rearrange the Excel file as needed to best help you with follow-up and documenting students' immunization status. For example, you could delete students who are complete because no further action is needed for them. It all depends on what works best for you. As a reminder, a roster file can live on SCRL for a year from the date it was uploaded.
When following up with students, you may return to your uploaded roster list. Open the roster report you intend to follow up on, and select the students using the checkboxes next to their names in the roster report. Then click on the Refresh Immunization for Checked Students button to get the most up-to-date doses received for those students who are conditional or overdue. The system will automatically connect with CARE to retrieve the latest immunization data, and the students' records will immediately update with the latest immunization information for the selected students. You can then download the updated list, and you now have who you still need to follow up with and who is now complete and no longer needs follow-up. That's roster creation and management. For learning how to do a single student lookup, please see our other training video. To learn more about Squirrel and all of its wonderful capabilities, check out the user guides and FAQs on the CareHub homepage and FAQ links, or email us at carehub@cdph.ca.gov. Thanks for watching.